Hello and welcome to another awesome and epic revolutionary top 10 ranking from us here at StuffIGuess.com. Today we will be discussing the subject of numbers between 1 and 10. But first we would like to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, RayconShadowShare. More about them later in this video. For number 10 we have the number 10. The only double-digit integer on our list, it represents the upper bounds of many impromptu classifications as well as most lists. Not only this, but it is also indicative of the base 10 system that is the standard in most of the world. In 9th place we've got the number 9. Also known as 3 squared or 5 plus 4 or 10 minus 1 or the square root of 81 or 5346 divided by 594 or the reoccurring digits in places 762 through 767 in pi or the number of items in an ennead or the only positive perfect power one more than another positive perfect power or 2 plus 7. We just thought this number is neat. The 8th place in this list is taken by pi. The ratio of a circle's diameter to its circumference, and all around a very versatile and widely used irrational constant within the broad field of mathematics. Also very common when discussing geometry, as it signifies the number of radians in a semicircle. It has also been known to be quite tasty. 7th on this list is 9.807. Just below 10, this number is the rounded gravitational pull in meters per second squared of the planet ranked number 1 in Solar System Bodies magazine. Though there are some claims that there was bias coming from the judges, we still appreciate this constant for representing the thing that helps us stay grounded and prevents us from living with our head in the clouds. Just coming in over the midpoint, our 6th favorite number is the square root of 3. Equal to the height of an equilateral triangle with a side length of 2, it is difficult to avoid when dealing with sine and cosine. Though not often seen without a divisor of 2, we thought it important to show it on its own, because when you turn it on its side and divide the root into 2, it makes a winky face. Also, otherwise it wouldn't have been between 1 and 10. And now for a quick break to talk about the sponsor of this video, RayconShadowShare. With this website design tool, you can protect your private information when making great deals on online purchases, all while cooking with their amazingly simple recipes from the comfort of your headphones. The more audiobooks you listen to, the higher ranking your heroes become. Let local hillbilly Brian teach you the basics of camping outside to get you the best seats to any event. Using this amazing service, I've been able to expand my skill set to include great shaving products, and you can now watch my original series as an expert college lesson without any of the exams. They offer daily riddles, and you don't even need to do anything to get good. It creates incredibly secure passwords that you can hide in the mattresses that they deliver right to your doorstep. By using their doorbell camera, you get notified when the mailman delivers your box of exclusive merchandise. With Japanese snacks that you can make with cans instead of pre-made formula, you will be able to earn free money by simply filling out the surveys that'll create a shampoo made of wine right for your specific hair and tastes. You can shave your down there, while the gender-neutrally designed period tracker prints on high-quality magnetic metal. The first 100 people that use our code StuffIGuess69 will receive a 69-cent discount and violent death in a traffic accident starting at a $200 purchase. The link is down in the description below. Anyways, back to the ranking. Getting into the top half of the list, 5th is 8.31. Used in chemistry and physics, 8.31 joules per Kelvin per mole is the gas constant, which appears in the ideal gas equation, which, like all science, is a model based on simplified rules that fall apart once things go to extremes, though generally work well enough. That is why its placement in our list is about good enough. Up next, as a 4th place on our list, is tau. Another irrational constant, more commonly known as 2 pi, it is often shunned in favor of its smaller sibling. Yet as the defining feature of a circle is its constant radius, many argue that using it would be more logical, especially when considering radians. Those and more reasons can all be found in the Tau Manifesto, and as it is about 6.28 and 6 minus 2 and half of 8 are both 4, it fell just right at home at this spot. Getting the bronze medal in this incredibly important ranking is the square root of 2. Being the ratio of a square's side to its diagonal, it is another number which is hard to understand, as it's always being so irrational. It is also found in everyday objects, as the A4 scale uses it in order to be able to double sizes while keeping the same ratio. So while there are still 2 numbers better than it, on paper, it was just too good not to include. Right before the best number comes E. This constant has a knack for appearing in many different fields of mathematics, as the sum of the infinite series of 1 plus 1 over 1 times 2 plus 1 over 1 times 2 times 3 plus 1 over 1 times 2 times 3 times 4, and so on. It appears in interest, probability, calculus, and much more. And though the graph of e to the x has a slope of 1 when x equals 0, on our list it is only number 2 after all. Now before we get to our favorite number, here are honorable mentions. 6.9420 Negative I squared 4. And now, the one you've all been waiting for, the golden ratio, roughly equal to 1.61 and notated as phi, or 1 plus square root of 5 over 2 when you care enough to be precise, but not enough to recite numbers until the heat death of the universe. The golden ratio was first on our list for not just appearing frequently in mathematics, more specifically in geometry, but also breaking out of the realm of STEM overall into art, design, architecture, and plants. This value is present whenever the ratio of one surface to another is equal to the sum of both surfaces to the larger one. It is also the result of 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 over 1, and so on. And the square root of 1 plus square root of 1 plus square root of 1, and continuing so forth. Book design, especially in the Renaissance, playing cards, and widescreen televisions show this number in action, as is the convergence of a Fibonacci number divided by the preceding Fibonacci number. One can also discover it in a variety of plants. When moving back to mathematics, the golden ratio is very present in anything with pentagonal symmetry, which we have always found useful in our monthly blood sacrifices for longer watch time. Furthermore, it can be used to make fun shapes of some sort of mathematical significance that we can't be bothered to attempt to rephrase from Wikipedia. Returning to the natural world, the golden ratio has been shown at incredibly small levels in the magnetic resonance of cobalt niobate crystals. And so with Conbo ends our convo of our top 10 numbers between 1 and 10. Did you agree with our ranking? What are your favorite numbers between 1 and 10? Leave a comment and tell us. We are totally interested and don't just wish for the YouTube algorithm to boost our video. We are real passionate people and not a content farm. Pinky promise.